if you have eyebrows that are thin like this and you want it just a little fuller, you definitely want to check this video out because I'm going to show you just a quick little tip on how to make this thin eyebrow to be a little fuller without putting a lot of effort. So definitely stick around. Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, your brow expert. Thank you so much for joining me. So like I said, today's gonna be all about just going a little bit fuller with thin eyebrows. And I think some of us do a certain way of filling in the eyebrows that I'm gonna show you try not to do. So this is you, then you definitely wanna stick around in this video because I am gonna show you something that I might have shown you in the past, but it's always worth repeating. Just to real quickly let you guys know, I do live in the middle of Los Angeles County, and we are still in the middle of these wildfires. So it is very devastating. I do know people that have lost their homes. So definitely keep them in your prayers. Just everybody, really. Everybody is affected somehow. A lot of jobs are going to be misplaced or lost. A lot of businesses have burned down. I don't know if this is true, but I think it is. We have one of the largest populated areas probably in the world. So some of you guys know this, some of you live here, and others have visited this beautiful city state. So I am safe. We are safe here. Thankfully, a lot of people are safe. Some did not make it. And so it is really sad. And I just hope that with these tragedies, we move forward and learn from them, right? So definitely keep us in your prayers. But you guys are on a brow channel, right? So here I'm going to show you something that I really do hope that you're going to get something out of. And definitely share this with anyone that you know can learn from this tip, because thin eyebrows is most of us, and making them fuller is a little bit challenging. So with this model, I know that you're going to pick up some tips. Definitely let me know if you have. And without further ado, let's get into the model. So you do see eyebrow hair, even though it's on the thinner side. It's actually, she's got a pretty good amount of brow hair. Now, she can obviously stand to have it a little bit fuller, especially because she's got a lot of eyelid space. She's Asian, so I think she is definitely better off with thicker eyebrows. Now, right here, I put this really don't do. I think a lot of us do fill in the eyebrows that way. So if you're not sure about it, kind of like backward a little bit and watch this again. I think many of us tend to just grab the pencil and just start right up in the front and go over what you see, meaning you go over the hairs that you see, and then you're like, okay, that's my eyebrow. And you know what? This technique is not it's not bad. I'm just saying that this is something that we all just probably get in the habit of doing. So instead, try doing this where you see your eyebrow line, and even if you fill them in just like where you shouldn't have, go slightly below the eyebrows as I've shown you right here. So right here, I go underneath. Now, any pencil will do, but if you see the shape of your eyebrows, just go slightly underneath the shape and just follow the same line. That is the biggest tip. Now, if you're using a pencil, I like to always go over the brows this way and go slightly underneath. So again, you can see that clear outline on me because my brows have been tattooed a long time ago. You're gonna just see a little bit of, I don't know, it's gonna look a little off, but you get the idea. I like to hold the pencil this way. You don't have to, you could hold it this way as well. And then inside that open gap, that's where it's easy to just kind of fill the inside area in, the outline that is. So try this technique, see if this helps in making the brows look fuller without trying to worry so much about the shape. Because I think that is also something that we tend to try to focus on, like, let me get the shape right. Don't worry about that. Just follow your natural brow shape and see where you can go from there. So let's start all over again. This eyebrow is going to look a little crazy because, you know, I showed you that example. Now, on most of the models that I show you, if you're new here, you know that I like to use a highlighter right underneath the eyebrows. Okay, so what I do is once the brows have been waxed and shaped, the brows are ready for a highlighter right underneath here and then right underneath here. Now, the reason I do this first is that it kind of gives like a stencil. So again, right on underneath, you follow that same line, meaning the same brow line, and right up here at the top, I'm just grazing it very, very lightly. I'm not going higher. I'm just grazing it just at the edge to give it more polish. Like, and on the front, I like to lay the pencil sideways so that way it doesn't get so heavy and dark. Okay, so some of you might be thinking, you know, I use a powder. Go ahead and use a powder, same technique, or you could use both. I like to use both sometimes because I think by using the powder, you don't need to use a darker or a very different color. A lighter color might even just work, and just pat over what you just did. So I'm just gonna go over it with the pencil underneath on my eyebrows. I'm gonna be a little bit quick and weird on my eyebrows right here. You know, I've been shaping eyebrows for over 25 years and I'm still at the Anastasia Beverly Hills Salon. So definitely come by and check me out here. Okay, so powder over. The reason I do this is that sometimes it gives it a softer look. It also helps keep the powder or color on the eyebrows much longer. So if you guys are used to using powder, go ahead and do that and pat it over the pencil. Sometimes together works really well together. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you guys can see already just the big difference from this side to the to my other side, just like the model. Now up here, the reason why I'm showing you this spot is that I sometimes will put the highlighter above the brow line. This not only covers any age spots, I have some, this client had some. So this is a great way to cover, but it also actually highlights. It covers but shows off. That makes sense. So it covers any imperfections, but actually shows off the eyebrow. As you can see right here on my eyebrows, right at the top, if you guys are missing some hair or it's too flat, this is the time, like I'm making my brow motions here as I'm doing this. This is a time to really bring out the eyebrows. And also, again, like I said, it kind of starts as like a little template, right? So again, I'm doing the other eyebrow and I'm holding it over my eyebrows. Again, you don't have to do this. I just like it because it goes right at the edge without interfering the rest of the eyelid. But if you got to do this, make sure that you lift up your chin because you really can't see what you're doing, really. You want to see what you're doing, right? That's why I like it over my eyebrows. I can see what I'm doing. Again, follow the natural curve of your own eyebrows. That's all you have to do. Follow the natural curve. Now I'm using the brow gel. Look at how beautiful the before and after is, right? It's straighter. Now she's Asian. She's got a flat eyelid. This is actually really good for anybody with flat eyelids, right? Meaning this shape. But what I did was I just naturally went and followed her or my brow line, her brow line, and just followed it. I didn't do anything different from what my brows want to do. So you want to tweak a little, which is why I'm here. Help you guys to show you how to tweak a little, and you want to just go a tiny bit underneath, and that is exactly what I did here, following the natural shape and just going slightly below. Again, this is for anybody with just monolid, a big space on the eyelid. Try this technique out. I promise you it will work out. I always feel like with eyebrows, because it's so challenging, it's always worth repeating some of the steps. It's not anything too permanent, unlike my permanent eyebrow tattoo that I got a long time ago. But like I said, I mean, I've been with Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I've been with her. I'm still with her. I am still at the salon shaping eyebrows. So definitely come by if you guys are around the neighborhood. But thin eyebrows will be always something I do. Fuller eyebrows is something that I think everyone should have, but there is a balance to it. You don't have full just to have it full. You want it to balance, and that's ultimately why I'm here, is to show you guys that balance as close as possible. And I will list all the makeup I used on the model, as well as some of the face makeup that I have on myself, because some of you guys are always asking. So don't worry about that. All that will be tagged. Now, I always say it's tagged. That does help me in the YouTube world, that if you guys click on the tags. But some of the colors aren't specifically in the areas where in the places where I can grab the tag from YouTube. So this is why I wrote everything in the description. So everything will be taken care of for you as far as that is concerned in the descriptions. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for this community, really, because I'm able to reach so many of you guys all around the world, right? I will see you guys next week.